Okay. So then, this is your general Beer-Savart law. You are getting the tiny magnetic field at this point. Now, the constant mu naught is equal to 4 pi into 10 power minus 7. 4 pi into 10 power minus 7. Now, the units are some Tesla, meter per ampere. So you can figure the units out by basic dimensional analysis. So units of magnetic field are in terms of Tesla. Tesla is the SI unit of magnetic field. So we will come to an understanding of the dimensions of Tesla when we do dimensional analysis. Here B will come as Tesla meter per ampere into ampere
Tesla is
into
which car?
Tesla is magnetic field.
So that's B.
B.
Huh.
Okay. So B is magnetic field, Tesla. Now force is equal to QVB is a simple formula that will come eventually. Okay. Uh, 1 second. This Tesla I am not sure about now. 1 second.
It is right. I mean, it's coming, this unit.
It's coming, I think, but generally we also use Henry. So there is a similarity between Henry and Tesla. So
I've
what
never heard of Henry.
Okay, 1 second. The Tesla is correct. So don't forget about the Henry part. Tesla is correct. So don't worry about it. Sparsh is complaining that he can't join. Now he has joined also. Sparsh, are you able to join now? Sparsh?
Yes, sir.
How are you able to suddenly join, dude? What happened?
I had to restart the thing.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I'm just quickly revising what we did last class. So this is going to give you this Beer-Savart law gives you the direction, the magnitude of the magnetic field B. The direction also it gives. If you have the vector form of IDL and R, you can take cross product and the eventual cross product output will be the direction of the magnetic field. But there's also a slightly more easy way to figure out direction. That is the right hand thumb rule. So the way you apply right hand thumb rule here for Beer-Savart law type situations is you take the conductor and grip it in such a way, hold the conductor in such a way that your thumb points towards the current. Thumb points towards the current with your right hand. So right hand thumb rule. The thumb should point towards the current, and the curl of the fingers, fingers will be curled like this. Suppose here, curl of the fingers is the direction of the magnetic field. Okay. So magnetic field in this region will be inward and magnetic field in this region will be outward. Does it make sense?
Yes, sir.
Molly, this is fine, no? So if you do IDL cross R, see DL cross R, if you do, then also the same result comes, magnetic field. Here, magnetic field here is inwards. DL cross R is inwards. Convince yourself that in both ways, you are getting inward field on the right side. On this side, magnetic field is coming into the plane of the screen.
So which both cases? Only one case.
There are two cases. No, you can think of it in one way where you are thinking of it like vector product of two vectors. So IDL like this, one vector like this. Cross product of these two should come downward. And the other way, it's coming.
inside the plane.
Inside the plane.
It's not down, it's inside.
Now you started irritating me again. Down, matlab, what do I mean, dude? That just now I said into the screen of. Just now I said into the screen of the plane. Into the screen. थोड़ी देर पहले I had said. You are being like you're correcting the words. No, down does not mean inside. No, you're telling me. Obviously, I know that, dude.
It's not like that. I thought down means like kind of shake up and all.
Okay. Obviously, it's not down. Just because in the conversation I've said down that, oh my God. Okay. ठीक है, Sparsh, you are right. It's not down, it's inside the screen. Thanks for letting me know. In this case, what is happening? You are gripping the conductor in the direction of the current, and your curl of the fingers is the direction of the magnetic field. It is into the plane of the screen here and outside the plane of the screen here, not down and up, in case everyone was confused or something. Is it fine? समझ में आ रहा है कि कोई कुछ बोल ही नहीं रहा है फिर?
Got it.
Into the plane of the screen and outside the plane of the screen. Sparsh?
Yes, sir.
Sure, na?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. Okay. Now, if you don't have a current, but you just have a moving charge, Biot-Savart law can still apply. So suppose the charge is moving with velocity v, and you need field due to that charge at this point. Field due to the charge at this point P. One isolated charge is moving with velocity v in this direction, and you need field at a point P, and this angle is theta, suppose. So what you can do is again do r vector like this. Okay. So again, the same type of Biot-Savart law will work. So magnetic field due to this charge particle, which is in motion, you can think of it as a current flowing. No, this is almost like a current flowing. Charge is crossing some cross section per unit time, right? So this charge will cross a area in some unit time. So as long as the charge is moving, it is like a current flowing. So again, you can do mu naught by 4 pi. What will come is Q V cross R by R cube. This is your magnetic field due to it. So make sure that it makes sense for you. Think of it as IDL cross R by R cube. Is it making sense? If it is IDL cross R by R cube. So IDL will be what? IDL will be current by time into DL, right? Current by time into DL will charge by time into DL will be the same as Q into V, no? So that is why Q into V. Are you getting how this version is the same as the previous version, right? You should agree that Biot-Savart law, the earlier version that we saw, is the same as this version. This is applicable for a moving charge, not a current flow, just an isolated charge particle which is moving. Right? By dimensional analysis, you can see that it is the same thing. No?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sparsh, I cannot hear you very clearly. Okay.
No.
Now also it is quite faint and all, but fine. let's do the magnetic induction due to a long straight current carrying conductor. Magnetic,
No.
I can hear you. So there's a long straight current carrying conductor. This is O, this is I, current I, and we need magnetic field at a point P, and we are going to draw tiny units. Let's say this distance is y and this distance is dy. Due to this current element, I'm going to first find the field here. First find the field due to this current element. Let's say this angle is theta. Okay. So this angle, this distance is r. So this distance is root r square plus y square. This is a long straight wire, and I want the field at this point. Last week also we had done this, but I'm just revising. So make sure that you get it finally. Like you should be able to derive this yourself, right? So dB due to this much, this current element is I into dy. Okay. Due to this, dB will be equal to mu naught by 4 pi. dB at what point? At point P here. Mu naught by 4 pi I dy. Let's just focus on the magnitude of it for now.
I into dy is not a I term. I into dy is like basically like I into some length thing.
Yeah. What are you saying?
So in the basic thing, sir, it's mu naught 4 pi into small, right? Small I.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Small
the
I.
value of
Small I नहीं
I.
IDL.
I
Small I क्या होता है?
capital नहीं है वो small I इसलिए small I बोला. But anyway, that I
हाँ.
dy sin theta. Okay, fine.
क्या हो गया प्रॉब्लम?
That I into dl you wrote as I dy sin theta. So like in the previous class, sir.
IDL I have written as IDY.
Okay.
हाँ?
Correct.
IDL cross R by R cube क्या होगा?
That one.
This is the magnitude of it. This is the magnitude of the magnetic field that I am focused on right now. The direction I will worry about later. Magnitude is this. Now clearly sine theta in this figure is equal to R by root over R square plus Y square. So your dB becomes mu naught by 4 pi I dy R by R square plus Y square to the power 3 by 2. This is your dB. Now you have to integrate it for a long wire now. So integration will be for a long wire. What?
So at the first thing which you wrote, sir, I dy sin theta by something, right? Y square plus R square. I have to put that thing as R cube and ऊपर पे R vector था. Correct? So you just like put R vector by R cube as R square.
हाँ. We are right now doing magnitude. So ऊपर में जो IDL cross R है, it will be IDL R sin theta. नीचे में R cube, so it becomes IDL sin theta by R square. Right?
Yes.
So you are ending up getting something like this: I dy R by this. Y goes from minus infinity to plus infinity if it is a long wire, right? So you get dB integral is equal to mu naught I R by 4 pi minus infinity to plus infinity dy by r square plus y square to the power 3 by 2. Okay. In this, to integrate, what is the obvious substitution? R tan theta. Y is equal to r tan theta is the obvious substitution. So dy is equal to r sec square theta d theta, and on top you get an r sec square theta d theta, and in the denominator you get r cube sec cube theta. So you get eventually 1 by r square, 1 by r square you get, and you get sec theta in the denominator, so it becomes cos theta like this, cos theta d theta. This is what you get, right? And if y is infinity, then tan theta is infinity, so theta tends to pi by 2. And if y is minus infinity, then tan theta is minus infinity, theta tends to minus pi by 2. So my integral is from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, and it becomes mu naught I by 4 pi r. The r square I have taken outside, 1 by r square. So cos theta d theta from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So it is sine theta. So from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, that becomes 2. So mu naught I by 2 pi r comes as my answer, right? I hope everyone is convinced about how it came, mu naught I by 2 pi r, right? Molly, clear, no?
Yeah.
Okay. So long wire, distance is r, field here came as mu naught wire I by 2 pi r. Now here the way we had integrated was taking this as theta, but and this is long wire and this is long wire. A more convenient way to write this formula due to a straight wire is mu naught I by 4 pi, this distance is say r, sine alpha plus sine beta, sine alpha plus sine beta. If it is a finite wire, this angle can be called alpha and this angle can be called beta. So I will recommend that you use this formula. In this case, alpha and beta tend to pi by 2 each, because the wire is really long. So sine alpha tends to 1, sine beta tends to 1, so it becomes mu naught I by 2 pi r. And this will work for any finite straight wire and all. This will work for
And
any
R is like the
perpendicular distance
okay.
from the point where you need to find to the wire, right? That is r, that is the perpendicular distance. Try and use this formula most of the time. It's going to be the most useful version of it. So now the direction of the field, to get the direction of the field, put your thumb in the direction of your current and curl your right hand's fingers. So right hand will curl like this, fingers will go inside the plane like this. So it is inside the plane here and it is outside the plane on this side, magnetic field. P is like this here and like this here. The notation denotes this is outside the plane and this is inside the plane. The direction of B. So that is something that you need to know. So field lines look something like this.
Yes, sir.
Magnetic field lines look like this, circles like this.
Sir.
1 second. Magnetic field lines look circles like this. This is the current carrying wire. The field magnitude is proportional to 1 by r. So as distance increases, field magnitude decreases. So field lines are stronger near the wire and weaker as you go further away. What is the doubt?
I got it.
Oh, you got it.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So we have discussed this now. Then agar semi-infinite, if there are semi-infinite wires and all, then how will you get it? So let's do one example. Let's see. There is a wire from A and this side. There is a wire. and current I is flowing like this, and this is infinite on this side. You have to find the field at a point P here, and this angle is given as theta. Magnetic field due to this wire from A to B, which is infinite here. Field at a point P. Find out for me. Tell me. This distance is given as capital R, small r. This distance is small r.
So P naught I 4 pi d cos theta.
Be careful what we have just learned about sine alpha plus sine beta. You have to use that idea. What was the basic derivation? यहाँ पे कोई भी setting था. This was the point. You used to do this plus this, alpha or beta.
Is it just that the whole thing mu naught I by 4 by d sine theta?
No,
Huh?
no, it's not the whole thing.
So that infinite thing becomes 0.
Ma,
No,
What is it?
it's not what you're saying.
What is it, sir?
Think about it. No, find it.
pasa.
Think about it and find it yourself. No?
I can do the integration, but I thought you have to use this formula and do
You
it.
have to use the formula and do it. Yeah. You don't have to use the integration or no.
So the angle of that point P with the other end would be nearly 0, right?
That is correct.
So sine 0 is 0?
Okay.
Is it
No, it is
cos theta
the-
instead?
this angle is 90, no? Nearly.
Yeah, it's not nearly. Yeah, it is 90.
So that is not 0, no?
But it becomes really, really long. Wouldn't it be nearly 0 only? Like super, super long if it goes. Become even more nearer, no? To the down thing.
This angle becomes 90, no, dude? How is it 0? When it becomes super long, the angle becomes big.
Sir, it's 1 plus cos theta, no? In the bracket part.
Yeah.
1 plus cos theta.
Fine.
Huh? Molly?
Fine. Oh, I was seeing the other angle.
The angle becomes really big, and this angle is how much? This is pi minus theta. So this becomes
Theta.
90. So 90 and 180 minus theta. So this is
Yeah.
270 minus theta, and you have to add theta minus 90. Right? There's some theta minus 90 and all, no?
Yeah.
So now sine alpha plus sine beta will be what? 1 plus sine theta minus 90 is minus sine 90 minus 1 minus cos theta is what I feel like it will come. So let's just What are you getting? How are you getting 1 plus cos theta?
I got 1 by minus 1.
It feels like it should be 1 minus cos theta, right?
Yeah.
So
I got by minus.
let's think about in a slightly different way. Let's say this was the infinite wire, A dash to B, and A is here, right? So A dash to B के लिए I would have said this angle, A dash, this angle is 0, this is alpha, and this angle is 90, this is beta. So field due to A dash B wire would be mu naught I by 4 pi r. Sine alpha is 0 plus sine beta is 1. That's fine. Now field due to just A dash will be this angle, sine alpha plus sine this angle. So it will be mu naught I by 4 pi r, 0 plus sine this angle. Sine this angle is theta minus 90, because theta, then 180 minus theta plus 90 plus this, correct. So what, theta minus 90. So sine of theta minus 90 is minus cos theta. Okay, correct. It is 1 plus cos theta, because A dash A is giving this much field. So field due to AB is equal to field due to A dash B minus field due to A dash. So field due to A dash B is u naught I by 4 pi r 1 minus field due to A dash is mu naught I by 4 pi minus cos theta. So it becomes mu naught I by 4 pi r 1 plus cos theta.
So
Hmm?
due to A dash, the field is outside the plane. Correct. And even due to AB, it's also outside the plane.
So
So why did you like? We just like took some parts and we just did it. Is this even allowed? You just extended A dash sort of pizza and you just did it. Allowed.
what do you think I have done?
So you created own A dash thing.
Hmm.
The wire should stop at A, but you pulled it back a bit more.
And then what have I done?
Then you just did fix it. You did the process.
Why? What did I do here?
Just subtracted two fields. You have to find for A, B.
So what is wrong?
I don't know.
What is wrong
Nothing is
here?
wrong. No, nothing is wrong. We can say that AB, the length,
Hmm.
AB is equal to that A dash B minus A dash. But field due to AB also we can say as A. Due to the two small lengths you're doing.
Field due to long wire, how do you find? Biot-Savart law, how do you find field due to long wire? At point
We
P?
just put the values of sine theta and beta.
No, I'm saying Biot-Savart law, what is the field that comes here due to this?
Infinitely long.
dB comes due to tiny element.
Yeah.
Then what do you do to find whole thing? Do you add it?
Yeah.
So what have I done here? Am I adding A dash plus AB to give A dash B? हाँ? तो यहाँ पे ऐड कर रहे थे Biot-Savart law में I was integrating and adding, and here I cannot add.
But if you see, sir, your A dash B and AB are of the same length.
क्या?
AB and A dash B,
Oh,
they both are the same length.
yeah,
Because B
totally.
is extending so much.
Yeah. ठीक है, तब फिर फील्ड निकालने की जरूरत ही नहीं है ना. Then तो every field is same, no? Keep taking different wire lengths because infinite है. Everything infinite is same as infinite, right?
So, but then why didn't the first approach work? Just find due to AB only. So why did it come wrong?
Why did it come wrong? Because our directions are wrong. Our angles are wrong. Like this formula is valid for alpha this side and beta this side, and in this both the angles are on this side. The formula is only valid for this side alpha and this side beta, and in this question both the things are on this side. That's why our sign is wrong. What is the confusion? Huh?
What's trying to work?
The way the formula has been derived, actually it is cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2 or something. Theta 2 is like this, theta 1 is like this. But we use the formula in this way so that we write angles like this and angles like this, and it's easy to remember. It's a convenient way to remember the formula. Now both the angles are on one side. That's why there's a sign mistake that is happening, because you have made some careless errors in the sign. If you do it properly, you can think of it as, if you still want to use the formula, that is why I did A dash B, because I still want to use the formula. I made the semi-infinite length from A dash to B, and this side alpha is 0 and this side beta is 90. A dash to A, this side alpha is 0 and this side beta is this 90 minus theta and all, theta minus 90 and so on. Then I'm subtracting.
Sweet खावी છે.
Then I'm subtracting the relevant.
खावी છે.
समझ में आ रहा है?
On that.
What other doubts are there in this? Any other problems?
लेना है प्लेट स्पून
कोई वापरे लीजिए.
ना
Parsh,
Hello.
Sir,
any other problems here? Confusions?
दो यार था.
सुपर की हो ना वाले
So
Right.
ना वाले ना वाले
this
तो मैं
formula,
कभी जो आपा. बुक तो यार सुना.
this formula is only valid for cases where the angles are on opposite sides, right? Mu naught I by 4 pi d
थोड़ी आ रही खाते
sin alpha plus
So?
sin beta
थोड़ी आ रही खाते बोलूंगा वे
current
थोड़ी
I
आ
is
रही खाते
square.
बोलूंगा वो खाई लो
हम खबर છે પણ તું
Okay. So now in case they are not on the opposite sides, the angles are not on the opposite sides, then you will get a different version of the formula. Then don't try to force fit the formula. If it was this situation, these angles are different, don't try to fit that formula. Or maybe you'll have to think of one of the angles as negative or something. Like technically the angle, if this is alpha and beta, this angle is beta and this angle is suppose theta, then my relevant angle is this big angle. Minus, if you take one of the angles as minus alpha, then it works, no? So you have, don't try to force fit the formula. You can think of it in a different way. You can think of it as a full thing and then subtract this portion.
Why is everyone unmuting me? What the heck?
What?
So why are you unmuting me and muting me?
Because that time there was so much noise in your corner.
Then now you unmuted me.
I thought maybe noise would have been over after your feelings were hurt by me muting you.
Yeah, I was hurt, okay? I was humiliated.
Okay, fine. So now noise is over, no? That worked. So there is a circle, suppose. current carrying wire. Find the field at the center. Circle of radius r.
So you had taught
By integration.
Gauss
Ah.
law. Hack, no?
There's no hack to normal
Gauss
method.
law. No, there's the Gauss law.
Ampere's law.
Ampere.
This is not a Gauss law hack.
No, like Gauss law time. I'm just putting that on.
I don't even remember that. So I'll just do the integration.
So Q naught I by 2 pi d. The answer.
नहीं गलत है.
Q naught I by
What
2
is
pi
it, mu?
mu naught I by 2 pi d is wrong. That is due to
But
the
it's-
straight wire.
Mu naught by 4 pi r into d I dl sine theta.
What you want to do Biot-Savart law? It is mu naught I by 4 pi dl cross r by r cube.
And if you like remove the
Hmm.
remove this thing, like the thing that the cross thing,
Hmm.
then becomes just dl r sine theta. Okay. Okay.
So
Sine 90 is 1, right?
Q naught I by 2 r.
Hmm.
Is it 2 pi r?
Hmm.
Who would say RT?
Mu naught pi by 4 pi r square into dl integral is 2 pi r. So it will come, B will come as
You're
mu
not by 2 r.
by 2 r. Right.
Yeah.
This is your B. Because here the dl element is always perpendicular to the r element. So sine theta is always 1. So then it is just integral of dl element. DL element integral will be the perimeter. Okay.
So how would you put that thing, sir? The law,
Which law?
Ampere's law. Is this? If you
Ampere's
make
law
that,
is, first you need to know the Ampere's law. No? What is Ampere's law?
B dot dl by integration equals mu naught I.
B dot dl integration is equal to mu naught I.
Yeah, over a closed circuit.
So you cannot do Ampere's law so much here, no? Because I mean you can do it. You can say take a surface like this, plane surface like this of radius r.
We have to draw an empirical thing, empirical surface.
Without drawing the surface, how will you get? Like Gauss's law, without drawing the Gaussian surface, you make the Gauss's law. You have to draw an Amperian loop like this, a loop. This is not a surface, this is a loop. And because you need the field at this point, therefore the loop should cross this point. And it has to be symmetrical, therefore the loop should have radius r. Loop should have radius r. Because otherwise, if you make some weird kind of a loop, it should be a circle of radius r, then B will be different at different points. You want to ensure that B is same at all points on the perimeter. So that is why you will take an Amperian loop like this, and you will say mu naught I, current crossing it. So current that crosses it, this loop current crosses only once. It comes out of the plane of the paper like this. So mu naught I is the current, and B into 2 pi R. Okay, this is wrong. Clearly, this is coming wrong. So that means my Amperian loop, it is, you cannot take B outside this integral.
No, sir. I think the one word, I think that I is the one which is in the flat thing. No? I is not going to that empirical thing.
That is why I have taken it out of the plane, no, to make I come out. I am
So
taking
B
my
is not
my
that.
Amperian loop is in the xy plane, and I is in the xz plane. ये
But
z
B
में
is not.
I is coming out. No, the problem is that you cannot apply Ampere's law because this point will be different B than this point. Because the current is flowing in a loop like this, the other parts here interact differently here. No, this, these are at different distances. But this point, center of the loop, may every point is at equidistant. So you cannot apply Ampere's law here. You understand? You cannot do this integral because B is non-uniform. So don't apply Ampere's law. Biot-Savart law itself is going to work. Ampere's law से नहीं हो रहा है because this integral is not, cannot be evaluated. Okay, next class will also happen in the same meeting room ID. So don't worry about that so much. I'll end this class.